Good morning. This is Laurie Barraco, and it's April 29th, Monday morning, and it is time for this week's predictions. And so before I do that, let's do the usual. Let's light a little bit of sage to rebalance ourselves and re-cleanse ourselves and to help open us and be in alignment with only the highest and most loving vibrations and intentions. All right, so just take a moment. If you haven't already saged this morning for yourself, let's do a virtual sage. Okay. Alrighty, so I will begin by pulling 3 cards to see what messages Spirit has for us this week. And I do use the Gilded Tarot. This is a popular question that many have asked, emailed, and called in and asked which deck I use. It is the Gilded Tarot. I think this is my 4th deck I'm on because I do a lot of sessions. And I do know sometimes people have some apprehension over, oh, I don't want the cards to be read. And with my sessions, it's more of, it's what I would call like a ritual or a protocol. I connect with the energy of the cards, and then that kind of is like the link, the hookup between that and my intuition and going into the space for the session and the messages. All right, so let's see what we've got today. Okay. So this week might be a week of a little bit of stress, a little bit of not being able to get out of your head. Looks like a lot of things are coming together all at once. So this I see is the catalyst to help you move out of a place where you're a little bit uncomfortable. And what Spirit's doing is it's making you become really uncomfortable. So what we have is the King of Swords reversed. This is that mind, that over-analyzing over and over and over and over. Well, if I did this, and why didn't I do that? And if I did this 2 weeks ago, and should I do this? It's not being able to get outside of your head. So this is overdoing it. And this is also maybe too much of a critical thinking as well. Then we have the Hermit reversed. This means you may not trust yourself or feel like, oh my gosh, I feel lost. I don't know what the heck is going on here. All right. And then the third card is the most difficult card of the deck. This is the Ten of Swords. So this is for this week, okay? The Ten of Swords is just feeling like overwhelmed, not being able to move forward, being stuck. So what can you do? Well, I'm going to encourage you to do the best you can to get outside of your head. Often I tell people to change the subject on yourself. If you find yourself going over the same thing over and over for more than 5 minutes, it means you're not being productive. So when this is all happening, do your best to redirect your energy. Maybe even have some of the affirmations, mantras, or tools like Sage around you to help you redirect that. The blessing of all of this is that it's all coming up for you to shift through it. If anything pops up like a difficulty or the patterns that keep showing up in your life, it means that it's ready to be reevaluated, to be shifted, and for you to move on. All right, so even though this looks like this might be a little bit of a challenging week, that means that, hey, you're ready to deal with it, okay? So go to your toolbox of what you know helps center you, helps ground you, if it's going out in nature, if it's calling a certain friend to say, hey, I just need to bounce an idea off of you of what you think. And even though you may not be able to trust yourself or feel like you can't this week, still go in and meditate, all right? This comes up for you to move through it. I see this as a blessing in disguise. All right. Well, thank you and have a wonderful week and work through this. I want to hear some success stories, okay? Oh, and by the way, Spirit's telling me that by Thursday, feels like a lot of this will be on the other side of it, okay? So just take your time, find your Zen place, and you'll be able to move through it. All right. Thank you.